What up, y'all? Hey, listen, I watched some crazy stuff on YouTube. Um, Man, I might watch. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I might watch. I've been watching a lot of these guys that work on these cows' hooves. When they get infected, they have to trim it down, and then cut the infection out. Trust me, I know it sounds gross. Sometimes I even watch them cut out ingrown toenails and stuff. I don't know why, but anyway. But anyway, I was watching this video and it made me think of this something that happened to me one time, and I figured I'd tell y'all about it. So I had moved down to Anniston with my dad. Excuse me. And I moved down there, to get off of drugs and get. It was in my 20s, It was one of those times. It was one of the 100 times I was gonna get clean, So anyway, I go down there and I ain't down there in no time, man. And I talked my brother into getting me something, Well, then my brother told me about this guy, he knew. He was an old man, They called him Uncle Jimmy, and he sold pain pills, and he had a dude that lived with him that sold garbage ass weed. It wasn't even red. It wasn't even that old Mex. I don't even know where he got this stuff at. Man, this old dude, he was, and man, he sold the top dollar, and it was trash, man. I'm talking about, like somebody sold him oregano or something. You know what I mean? Like, it was bad. But anyway, I went in down there one day to get some pain pills, and the old dude was like, he was bedridden, man, and his legs had big old pus sores all up and down them. Feet swelled up, if you looked like if you touched his toe or something, his whole foot would just bust open and splatter everywhere. And it was gross. But when you're an addict, you'll go anywhere to get to not be sick. So I go down there one day and I'm gonna get me a couple of them pain pills, and I'm gonna get me a little dime bag of the green, So I go in. When I walk in the house, I hear the other dude there that lives with him holler, "Help! Help! Help! Jimmy's in the floor." Y'all, I go back there, and the old dudes fell off in between the bed and the wall, and it's just me, another 80-year-old man, and this 60 or 70-year-old man, however old this dude is. And man, I kind of freaked out, and the other guy couldn't help me. So the only thing I could do was just get down and just, put out, it's dead weight, man. The guy couldn't do nothing. I had to get him up on the bed. So, man, when I went down, I went under him, and I'm talking about I give it everything I had, and I come up with him, y'all, and as I was coming up with him, I started seeing them pus sores busting open, and that pus was running down. Man, look, I got that son of a gun on the bed, and, man, I had stuff on my arms where them blisters had busted. Listen, you talking about wanting to freaking puke. Man, whoo! Hey, that stuff was everywhere, man. I was like, God dang. Oh, man, that was one of the worst experiences I ever had out when I used to be out, getting pills or buying dope or whatever. But I didn't even think, you know what I mean? I just seen the old crippled man, whatever, laying in the floor. My first thought was get him up. I knew I was going to have to put out because it's hard to pick somebody up, Dead weight, man, that's heavy. That's what a lot of people do. They kill people, and they got their plan. They're going to kill them, and they're going to pick them up and put them in the trunk, and they're going to take them somewhere and bury them. Well, then they go to pick them up and realize, yeah, it ain't as light as you thought it was going to be. But yeah, man, I didn't even think nothing about them sores. And when like I said, I scooped him, it took all I had to get him back up on the bed. But once I did, man, those things had busted all over my arm. Ooh, golly, I still can remember it to this day, man. But I seen earlier up in Minnesota, Missouri, some other Midwest state. There's a new drug they found, and they call it's purple pills, and they calling it purple fentanyl. And what they're doing is they're taking fentanyl and mixing it with lidocaine. Lidocaine, is like a general anesthetic, I think. I know a lot of people wear like lidocaine back patches on their back for back pain or whatever, but supposedly when you mix that lidocaine with the fentanyl, the compounds don't mix and they offset each other, and it causes a reaction, kills you. I'm sorry, my bad. I can't supposed to say it. You know what it does? It unalives you, and then supposedly, like, even Narcan won't. So, like on that other stuff, you could overdose and Narcan would bring you back. But apparently, on these, Narcan don't even work because, like I said, the lidocaine don't. It has some kind of reaction to the fentanyl. They don't mix like they should. And they said that the reason why they call them purple fentanyl is it makes people think that it's pure because it's purple and starts with a P. I thought, how ignorant is that? Who would think that? I mean, pure fentanyl would be a powder substance from, China or somewhere. Like, it ain't. But anyway, those pills, they will kill you. And then, there's a lot of addicts that do heroin and stuff, and they don't worry about it because they know if they overdose, somebody will, hit them with some Narcan or something and bring them back. But they said Narcan don't work on this, so, man, I'll tell you, it just worries me to death, man, with all the stuff that's out there now, man, when I was a teenager, bro, if somebody said they had this, that, or this, that's what they had. Yeah, people might have sold some old stomped on coke or even some old cut up meth or something, but nobody ever like sold, claim, oh, hey, this is a Xanax, and then it's all fentanyl, that's scary, man, especially with kids or teenagers, because I remember how I used to be. I'd get a 6-pack of beer in me, and I'd try anything, you know what I mean? Like, any drug you had, oh, well, let me try it, and, you didn't have to worry. Well, I mean, yeah, you had to worry about it, but it wasn't like it is now. Now you can take one little pill thinking it's something else, and that's it for you, you done, one shot. And but anyway, hopefully I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Hopefully they'll get a grip on that fentanyl. That's some mean stuff. I've never done it personally. I remember they gave it to me when I messed my thumb up or whatever. When I had to have surgery on that thumb, I remember right before they took me back to surgery, the woman said, "We're gonna give you some fentanyl right quick in your IV." And I remember her telling me that, and they started pushing my bed out, and she was putting it. There was another dude walking with her, and he was putting it in the IV, and then she was, like I said, explaining to me what it was, and that it was a low dose or whatever, and blah blah blah. And next thing I know, I was waking up out of surgery. So, yeah, but man, talk to them youngins, man. Tell them it ain't, the game's changed. You don't get. Now you don't get but one shot. You shooting a dice anytime you buying something out there that you don't, you know what I mean? Kid comes to school, might have his older brother or uncle or somebody might be a hustler, might be hustling fentanyl, and the kid, thinks it's something, don't know what it is, bring it to school and sell them. Next thing you know, you got 4 or 5 kids dead, you know, or excuse me, but um, man, I just hate the way things change, man. Um, there's so many people passing away from it. You know what I mean? Not for me. I don't do all that no more. I'm just saying, like, for the people that's out there, man, and that's into addiction and stuff. Like, you know, they don't even know what they buying. They just, I mean, anyway, I ain't gonna keep on and on about it, but yeah, I wanted to tell y'all that story about when I had to pick old dude up, man. That was the grossest thing I've ever encountered in my entire life, I believe. Man, his whole leg, like I said, his legs were swelled up bigger than they were supposed to be. He was just full of pus, man. I don't know what was wrong with old dude. He had some kind of disease. I don't know what's wrong with him. I just know my brother, you know, told me who he was or whatever, and I started going over there. And boy, that was rough. That was rough. That turned my stomach that day. Old pus busting all over me. But anyway, I'm gonna. I'm big timing now, y'all. Look here, I got the remote now. I can hit the button, cut the video off. You know what I'm saying? I got the tripod, got the mics, but I don't know how to get them to work, man. But then it says in the damn instructions that they may not work, and if they don't, you gotta call somebody or something. And I'm thinking, damn, y'all selling a product that you telling folks in the instructions that it's basically 50-50. It may work or it may not. I'm like, damn. So anyway, Sunday I ain't dealing with it on a Sunday. Tomorrow evening or something, I'll figure it out. But a lot then, y'all. Y'all be good.